अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स। आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है 11th क्लास के लिए एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप से, दैट इज़ ग्रोथ ऑफ वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर एंड प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर। यानी कि एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, जो वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप है उसको उसके ग्रोथ के बारे में हम डिस्कस करेंगे, और जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स की उसके बारे में हम आज बात करेंगे। तो पहले हम जाएंगे ग्रोथ ऑफ वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स। आपको मालूम है कि जो हमारी पॉपुलेशन है इंडिया की, दैट इज़ हाफ जो है दैट इज़ कॉन्स्टिट्यूटेड बाय द वुमन। Hence they are regarded as the better half of the society. In the official proclamation, they are as par with men, but in real life, the truth prevails otherwise. Our society is still male dominated, and women are not treated as equal partners both inside and outside four walls of the house. In fact, they are treated as abla, that is weak and dependent on men. As such, in the Indian society, Indian women enjoy a disadvantageous status in the society. Let some factors be given. The much low literacy rate, that is 40%, low work of participation rate, that is 28%, and low urban population share, that is 10% of women as compared to 60%, 52%, and 18% respectively of their male counterparts, well confirm their disadvantageous position in the society. A cross-country comparison reveals that emergence and development of entrepreneurship is largely caused by the availability of supporting conditions in a country. यानी कि जब हम इनको सपोर्ट करेंगे, जब हम इनको फैसिलिटेट करेंगे, तो तभी यानी कि तभी ये डेवलपमेंट इसमें आ जाएगी। दीज सपोर्टिंग कंडीशंस आर डिस्कस्ड, इनको हमने डिस्कस यानी कि किया है। To cope with improving supporting conditions, that share of women-owned enterprises in the United States has risen from 7.1% to in 1997 to 32% in 1990. It has reached to 50% by the turn of the 20th century. यानी कि अब इसमें बहुत डेवलपमेंट आ गई है। In India, women entry into business is a new phenomena. Women entry into business, or say entrepreneurship, is traced out as an extension of their kitchen activities, mainly to three P's, that is pickles, power, and papad. Women in India plugged into business for both pull and push factors. Pull factors imply the factors which encourage women to start an occupation or venture with an urge to do something independently. Push factors refer to those factors which compel women to take up their own business to tide over their economic difficulties and responsibilities. With growing awareness about business and spread of education among women over the period, women have started shifting from three P's to engross to three modern E's, that is engineering, electronics, and energy, and other industries under integrated rural development programs. They have excelled in these activities. यहाँ कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स भी हैं वुमेन्स की जिन्होंने बहुत काम किया है। तो जैसे सोलर कुकर्स इन गुजरात, स्मॉल फाउंड्रीज इन महाराष्ट्र, टीवी कैपेसिटर्स इन उड़ीसा, प्रूव्ड बियॉन्ड आवर दैट गिवन द अपॉर्चुनिटीज। जब हमने उनको अपॉर्चुनिटी दी तो उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है। समित सुमति मुरारजी शिपिंग कॉरपोरेशन इसका है। समित यमुताई किर्लोस्कर महिला उद्योग लिमिटेड, समित नीना मल्होत्रा, किरण मोजमदार शाह बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, नैना लाल किदवाई बैंकिंग, जसवंती बेन जमुनादास पॉपड़ फूड्स, Smith Shehnaz Hussain, that is a beauty, are some exemplary names of successful and accomplished women entrepreneurs in our country. तो अब हम आगे जाएंगे प्रॉब्लम्स, इनकी प्रॉब्लम्स क्या हैं, प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में हम बात करेंगे। तो women entrepreneurs encounter two sets of problems, with general problems ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योर्स एंड जो सभी की प्रॉब्लम्स हैं एंड प्रॉब्लम स्पेसिफाइड टू वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप। तो पहली प्रॉब्लम इनकी ये है प्रॉब्लम ऑफ फाइनेंस। फाइनेंस इज रिगार्डेड एज लाइफ ब्लड फॉर एनी एंटरप्राइज बी इट बिग और स्मॉल। However, women entrepreneurs suffer from shortage of finance on two counts. Firstly, women do not generally have property on their names to use them as collateral for obtaining some funds from the external sources. Thus, this access to the external sources of funds is limited. Secondly, the banks also consider women less credit worthy and discourage women borrowers on the belief that they can at any time leave their business. Given such situations, women entrepreneurs are bound to rely on their own savings. तो दूसरा पॉइंट है यहाँ पे सिक्योरिटी ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल। इनको जो रॉ मटेरियल इन्हें चाहिए, जो स्टैंडर्ड का चाहिए, वो इन्हें अवेलेबल नहीं होता है। मोस्ट ऑफ द मॉडर्न एंटरप्राइजेज आर प्लेग्ड by the scarcity of raw materials and necessary inputs. Added to this are the high prices of raw materials on the one hand and getting raw material at the minimum of discount on other hand. The failure of many women cooperatives in 1971 engaged in basket making is an example of how the scarcity of raw materials sounds the death knell of enterprises run by women. तो तीसरी जो इसकी यानी कि प्रॉब्लम है दैट इज stiff competition. Women entrepreneurs do not have organized set up to pump in a lot money of canvassing and advertisement. Thus, they have to face a stiff competition for marketing their products with both organized sector and their male counterparts. Such a competition ultimately results in the liquidation of women entrepreneurs. Limited mobility. Unlike men, women mobility in India is highly limited due to various reasons. A single woman asking for room is still looking upon suspicious, cumbersome exercise involved in starting an enterprise, coupled with the officials' humiliating attitude towards women, compels them to give up idea of starting an enterprise. Family ties. In India, it is mainly a woman's duty to look after the children and other members of the family. Man plays a secondary role only. In case of married woman, she has to strike a fine balance between her husband and family. Her total involvement in family leaves little or no energy and time to devote for business. Support and approval of husband seems necessary condition for woman's entry into business. Accordingly, the educational level and family background of husband does positively influence woman's entry into business activities. Lack of education in India, around 3/5, that is 60% of women are still illiterate. Illiteracy is the root cause of socio-economic problems due to the lack of education, and that too qualitative education. Women are not aware of business technology and market knowledge. Seventh point is that is male dominated society. Male chauvinism is still the order of the day in India. The Constitution of India speaks of equality between sexes, but in practice, women are looked upon as abla, that is weak in all respects. Women suffer from male reservations about women's role, ability, and capacity, and are treated accordingly. In nutshell, in the male-dominated Indian society, women are not treated equal to men. This is turn serves as a barrier to women entry into business. The last one, that is low risk bearing ability. Women in India leads a protected life. They are less educated and economically not self dependent. All these reduce their ability to bear risk involved in running an enterprise. Risk bearing is an essential requisite of a successful entrepreneur. In addition to above problems, inadequate infrastructural facilities, shortage of power, high cost of production, social attitude, low need for achievement, and socio-economic constraints also hold the woman back from entering into business. Thanks today.